Welcome, my name is PJ Sackville. Let me be your guide on this walk. We'll be taking a path exploring how important our connections are for our mental health. Since COVID started, many things have changed. We all had to make some pretty tough changes in our lives. We now live in a time where social distancing has become a thing. We find that hand sanitizing and masks have become not just a safety precaution, but also a sign of courtesy and respect. People have had to limit the very activities that we use to improve our quality of life and our mental health. We've had to change the way that we connect with our friends and family.
So thank you for doing some artwork for us.
Yeah.
I'd asked you if you could do some artwork showing us how you saw COVID, right?
Yeah.
And how it's been affecting us and our community.
Uh-huh.
Right. Have you been liking COVID?
Not really.
Yeah. It's kind of been horrible for lots of people, hey?
Yeah.
All right. So you gave me some wonderful artwork.
Uh-huh.
And we've got this one right here. Show it up here. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what made you draw it?
So everyone's putting hearts on their windows to show them that they're staying home.
That's why you drew that one, the hearts on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then we got this one.
And this one is because we all have to wear masks.
Masks.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
And what about this one? What was that one? What's going on in that one?
So this is store. So this is my mom, so she can go in the store because my little brother and I have to stay with Daddy.
Yeah. Stay with him in the car?
Yeah.
Is that you guys down there in the car?
Oh, it's really windy.
Yeah, it hasn't been much fun not being able to go in the stores, hey?
Yeah.
So that's what you've noticed with COVID and things that are happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some good things, though, that you've noticed about having to stay home?
And we can see some of our friends, but we can't see all of our friends because we have to stay far away from them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you like getting together with your friends when you can?
Yeah.
Have lots of fun?
Yeah, because we all have to do stay home church, like on video chat church, because we can't go to church. Yeah, because of the COVID.
When COVID first started, I really had a fear that we were going to end up like Italy, where they started to have travel restrictions where you couldn't go from one area of the country to the next. No one really knew how bad it was going to be here in Saskatchewan. So I have a daughter that was in university at the time, and my instinct was to try to convince her to come home where I knew she would be safe and connected to us. She didn't end up moving home, and she is just fine, but you know, that fear just made me want to gather her up and bring her back home. So after a few weeks of COVID, we started to get creative in terms of how to stay connected with our friends. One Sunday afternoon, my husband and I decided that we were going to deliver Dairy Queen sundaes to all of our friends in North Battleford. So that was really great fun. We showed up with masks and gloves and stayed outside, and Dairy Queen probably wondered what our problem was after the 5th trip of the afternoon. But it was really a great way to kind of connect with people and surprise them. It was wonderful fun. So what I've learned is I don't function well without my connections, and it's something that took some creativity and effort, but it was well worth it.
We really felt that isolation at the beginning of COVID, and we connected through our phones. We connected through visiting each other from a distance, social. As soon as it got warm, we went outside and we started connecting again. And also being out there in nature, we're connecting to Mother Earth. That's our mother. And she's going to look after us during these times. And we went out and we picked sage, we picked sweetgrass, we picked the berries. We did all these things that our ancestors did. It's just like we did a flip. We did a flip, and some things that are not healthy for us, like being indoors, not eating those good foods. We changed our ways over the summer. There was social distancing and connecting to Creator, talking to Creator, to to get strength for this next part, the second wave they're talking about. And they're telling us, like, yeah, smudge, clear that air, the negative energies out of your rooms. Take those medicines, they're going to build up your immune systems.
We know this pandemic is temporary. It will pass. Pandemics have come and gone before. It's like walking down a path where the going is getting a little more tougher, and up ahead looks even more scarier. The question is, would you rather walk down that path alone or with a trusted friend by your side? Humans have faced countless challenges throughout history. We've had to learn to adapt, to keep connected with others, but also to connect to what we want and where we want to go. For example, as our nations developed, rivers played a crucial role in how our people connected.
Okay, today we are interviewing Mr. Donlight, who has a lot of historical knowledge of our area of the province. We are really interested in knowing more about how our rivers were used as a way to connect to people in the past before roads and railroads.
The rivers in years gone by were the byways, the highways of that time. And that all originated in, as far as this area is concerned, with Hudson Bay. Hudson Bay, as you know, runs into the northeastern part of the continent, and it connects with virtually all of this portion of Canada. So the Hudson Bay Company, it set up a center there that they called York Factory, and that was where they bought the furs that were harvested throughout Western Canada, this area and beyond. The world seemed to want fur, and Hudson Bay Company were quick onto that, and they seemed to set up posts ultimately all over, and Battleford was one of those trading posts.
Were there challenges of using rivers as a way to connect?
In time, I'm sure there was challenges, but in time, they became very adept. And all the rivers, of course, ultimately flow out. These people were coming in, so they had a bit of a factor there with the paddling of those canoes. The role might be a little bit more risky on the trip back because the canoe was loaded down. Many pictures I've seen, the canoe was up to here and the water was loaded like there. They were heavily loaded, needless to say, when it was a lot of miles from here to Hudson Bay. I hope I get some credit when you go on to Fame and Fortune.
Yeah, of course.
So there you have it. Struggling to connect is not a new thing. What defines us as humans is our ability to persevere, to adapt, and to be creative in finding new ways to connect. So I guess you and I just need to learn a few of these lessons from those who have been there and done that.
Alright, can I get a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. Danse. Salastitusis nitsigasan, pitokanapi utaskiunekotania. My name is Celesta Tusis, and my Indian name is Flying Eagle Woman. I'm from Palmaker, Cree Nation, and I'm currently a teacher at Sago High School.
How does our culture help us stay connected?
I guess the first thing is to be aware that we're all spirits. We're all spirits, and we're connected to the Creator through our spirit. And when we acknowledge that, we can connect to all creation. We believe that we're related to everything, the rocks, the wind, the trees, the animals. We're related to everything. And so when we know we're connected, then we know our place in the world.
What do you do in your daily life to stay connected in your community?
Excellent question. Daily, I smudge. I smudge with my students every morning to remind them who they are, that they're spirits, and they're spirits having a human experience. We all go through mental health challenges. We've all been there as teenagers. We were teenagers once, and we had really challenging times, to the point where we didn't even want to enter that classroom because there was too many people in there. Like, we felt closed in or panicky. So we just chose to skip out, walk away, and we can take this opportunity to talk about that. These are normal feelings for all of us. They're very normal. We call it, back then we called it shyness, real shy, extreme shyness. Now we call it anxiety, and we have all these different tools that we can use, and maybe start creating a resource list of people you could talk to when those times come. Like, who can you talk to when you're feeling panicky or anxiety? Visiting old people is another way to reconnect to your identity, your history, the past, so that you can move forward from there once you know your identity.
Online info searches are just not going to do it. We need to interact with people, listen to our elders' experiences, and learn how they dealt with those challenges of the past. That's the magic of human connection, the face-to-face, the emotion they had to overcome, and the ways they did it. From that, we can craft our own solution to our own challenges. We know this pandemic is temporary. It will pass eventually. Pandemics have come and gone before.
He seems so sincere. Mm-hmm. There's girls out there going, oh.
You made him blush.
Wave at them. Wave at them. Humans have faced countless challenges throughout history. We've had to adapt to keep connected with each other's butt. Wait, what?
Each other's butt.
It's just...
There's you guys' bloopers. That was funny.